Just take that, pop that over there. All right. What's up, y'all? So PR and VR, I did a live session earlier. I kind of felt like I had a bunch of brain farts going on and everything, so it just kind of felt off. But I figure I'd do it again. This time I just kind of, I guess I'm going to keep it a little more simple and just kind of think through it a little bit more and just kind of do some art. Bear with me. It's been a moment since I've actually gotten to do any art. So it's a lot of learning curves going on. Let's see how dark that is. I thought it's probably too dark. We'll go with that. We'll set that. Don't mind me, guys, real quick. Just testing my colors. Go a little bit brighter. Let's try that. Let's try that. That works, that works. Gotta find a good in-between. What color is this? We'll go find a good in-between color. I guess that might work. Get it right about there. Let's test that out. Not really, it doesn't seem like it's much of a difference. Maybe I got, let's go blues. Oh, my daughter is upset. I guess we'll do that. All right. So, welcome to my channel, PR and VR. I came up with the name because back when the first Quest came out, I had to come up with a name for gamer tag, and I decided to just kind of pick Puerto Rico. So if you run into me online, that's my gamer tag. And decided to stick with the standard. So a little history about this channel. This channel I started doing around the time COVID hit, a little bit before COVID actually, and then a little bit after COVID had hit, I had started doing this channel, and I didn't do it like in any kind of serious way where I was really like looking for subscribers or anything like that. But started the channel to fill the void of, just being stuck, clustered into the house and what have you. So, in the course of all of that, I got to playing around with it and kind of just started to have a whole lot of fun with it, and thought, man, like, I would love to actually do a channel and either try to make people laugh with the channel, or maybe even consider doing like somewhat of a tips and tricks, help people out with certain games that I've been playing, which was something I've always kind of wanted to do. I mean, I've been a gamer since Nintendo, and one of the things that we used to love to do back in the day was just kind of chill and play games and talk about, just different things, just little secrets we discovered in games, etc. So I've always kind of had that passion to want to help people with games. Let's take the metallic off. Set. And just little things that I've learned along the way that might be beneficial. So that's just a brief history there. There is a lot more to it. Like I had a time where I just got extremely discouraged and decided to let go of the channel. Just things felt really, really rough, and it kind of it led me to kind of an ugly place where let's try this instead. where I just got really depressed. And I decided to resurrect the channel because I didn't want that to define me. I didn't want to be the guy who just up and quit doing something that I enjoyed. I guess we'll stick to this color. Up and quit doing something that I enjoyed, all because I got discouraged. YouTube has a way of really just kind of discouraging, if I'm being perfectly honest. Some of you who maybe you don't have a channel, or you aren't, you're not really doing anything as far as channel wise. Well, let's put it this way. You're having to find yourself constantly putting out content. If you're not, you more or less become irrelevant. You become irrelevant, your channel kind of gets buried. Once your channel gets buried, it's an uphill battle then to try to get eyes back on it. So it led me down this really discouraged road where I wind up just letting go of the channel. I just didn't want to deal with the drama no more. And I regretted that because I really love doing this. What changed between then and now is I had to come to the place and to the point where this no longer was about so much trying to get subscribers and all that. Like, I love you guys, and I'm grateful if you do subscribe, and I appreciate that. But it had to get to a place. Let's whiten this up a bit. I had to get to a place where that didn't dictate why. The why behind this channel. And so this channel's become a hobby now. A little bit about me. 42 now. Beautiful wife. 4 awesome kids. And my wife she's just been like my anchor. She supports me. She supports what I do. She also runs a nonprofit. Well, we run a nonprofit. She hates when I say she, and I don't include myself. But she is the driving force behind her nonprofit. Our nonprofit, excuse me. And she's a beast, man. She's incredible. She has a heart for the community. She has a heart for people. And it's one of the things that attracted me to her is her heart. And so I met her in church. I don't typically I don't ever want people to feel like I'm trying to force Christianity on anybody. So I talk about it, but I don't want to necessarily make people feel like that's going to be something I force on you. But I am very open about my I am very open about my faith. I am unapologetic about it. I try to keep the channel pretty much gaming, but the reality of it is that me and my faith are inseparable. And again, I don't make any apologies for that, especially when you look around and you look at how dark the world can be nowadays. I think we all need somebody praying for us. So I met my wife in church, and when she met me, I was a janitor. So if you're the kind of person who thinks because someone's a janitor, they're not worth your time, allow me to assure you that is not the case. Because I got a trade. I make 6 figures now at my job as a steel mill electrician. So I never count somebody out. For the sake of time, I'm going to turn this drip off, guys. Normally I'd keep it on just to play with it, have fun with it, but I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to make double the work. And I don't want to make the stream too long. So let's turn that off for now. There we go. Blasted the wall there. All right. So I'm not having to constantly go back and fix the mistakes. Okay. Yeah, so she met me when I was a janitor at the church. But she knew a good thing when she saw it. So she gave me the time of day, and we have been rocking together, going on 10 years now. Officially 10 years. On March 22nd, coming up here. And she is, like I said, she has been incredible. She has been my anchor. And when she met me, again, I was a janitor wearing some straight up Walmart shoes. So this is why I encourage you ladies, don't necessarily count a guy out if you feel like, he's not where you necessarily want him to be, because you never know what God can do with him. You never know what he could turn out to be. So we're getting there. Let's get some light on here. I like to be real gentle with the pressure on this. Kind of give that metal shine, try to line it up. It's getting there. Yeah, so me and my wife, we were kicking it, and when I knew for sure she was the one, I was just like, I gotta get a trade. I gotta learn a trade. So there's some advice to guys: get a trade. You know what I'm saying? You got all these people pushing the hustle culture. Like, you don't need to rock the hustle culture to have something. Man, sometimes all you really got to do is just get a trade under your belt. Like I said, I make good money. My kids never go without. And I get to have a hobby like this, my spare time, when I'm not being dad, when I'm not serving in my church, and when I'm not just all around, handling business, where I get to kick it with you guys. Right, nice. Okay. It's not superb, but man, it's not bad for just a little quick session. That might be too close. Well, we'll say it's probably too close for what I'm trying to do. Maybe, we'll see. I think it is. Yeah, that's going to be too close. Let's try this again. All right. That doesn't do it in this stage? Okay. I was going to give a quick lesson on something, but it's all right. So I'm blessed with 4 amazing kids. A son, 8 years old. Yeah, it just got really big at the end there. 8 years old. 3 beautiful daughters, 6, 3, and 1. So my kids are still pretty small. They're pretty young, especially for me being 42. I'm kind of late to the game. Let's see if I can't make these a little bit bigger, and I'll just... kind of late to the game. But it worked out better that way anyways, because when me and my wife met, we were in our 30s, and so I was young and dumb before her. Never got my life together. Thankfully, I never found myself like in a bad place, but I just had a lot of maturing and a lot of growing to do before it would have been wise for me to even be a responsible father. But yep, got started a little late, and it's been a blast. So that's one of the reasons you may not see me on here as often as I used to be. Now it has a lot more to do with me just kind of being available for them. Prioritize them first, and then wherever I can get on here and fill in the gaps. Okay, well, if I got the light on that side, I guess I better figure out how I want to... The light's reflecting here. Just kind of... We're getting there. I guess he could have been bigger. So earlier today when I did it, it was weirdly distorted. The thing with trying to do spray paint in VR is your I just dropped my computer. Your field of view, I'm going to try to use my hands here. Your field of view is very, very, you don't have a wide range. It's kind of hard to really assess how big or how small something is, or, how uniform it is from a distance. So that's where it kind of helps to bounce back and forth, do something small, play around with it, get acclimated to being in VR and doing this. I'm also having the same issue I had earlier. I am not used to doing a live, and I am not used to talking while doing something like creating content or spray painting. So if you hear me stopping a lot, it's a combination of me focusing on this work and trying to remember what was the last thing I was talking about. By the way, guys, if you ever want me to do a tutorial on this, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I will take you all the way through the whole process of playing around with graffiti art in VR. But there are way better people out there, like Walking Giant who do incredible work. Some real world techniques translate, and it's also VR, so some of it doesn't. Some of it, like, you can't just up and adjust certain things like you could in VR. But if you're consider learning how to do this sort of thing, this is a great place to start because you won't be paying for a bunch of paint. I think that might be a little too much, but that's all right. We'll see. One of the tricks, too, is just to kind of be very light on the trigger. I think that might be too much, though. Let's see if I can't fade it up. We're getting there. Make it look like it's got a little belly right here. A bit further back. Yeah, we're getting there. The S and the Y are huge. Let's see if I can't get rid of a little bit of this right here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to adjust this a little bit. Let me see if I can't come in and do one of these and take it downward. See, I technically can't take it downward because of this here. Again, the perks of doing this in VR, right? Because you can play around with your mistakes, try to fix them up a bit. I guess that's a little bit better. All right, I'm going to end this session for now. I know I didn't say a lot. Give me time with this. I'm not used to doing the whole speaking and spray painting thing. My brain can't focus on two different things right now. But I wanted to try it. It felt a bit like a chill day. And kind of just tell you guys a little bit about myself, right? So, again, started this channel as a hobby. This channel is still a hobby. Started the channel before with the focus of trying to gain subscribers and everything and all that. Like everybody else, trying to make it into something more. And somewhere along the way, I just kind of came to the point where I realized like that pursuit just kind of felt empty. It felt unauthentic. It left me feeling a little more depressed because it became another 9 to 5. And the way YouTube is, saying this earlier, I guess now I can focus. So I was saying this earlier, the way YouTube is they want you to continuously pump out content. It's how you keep eyeballs on your channel. So any channel that you're not paying attention to for a while, the algorithms, like, you're not interested. It just kind of pushes into the background. Well, if you're a content creator and you're trying to keep eyeballs on your channel, you're just constantly pumping out content. And it gets to a point where you're pumping out content. You don't even fully understand why you're pumping out content. There's no heart behind the content. You don't really know why you're doing what you're doing. You're just doing it for the sole purpose of keeping eyeballs on your channel. And it begins to just feel really, really empty. I don't want that. And I didn't want that. And when it felt like that was the point we were getting to, that was one of the original reasons I just decided to let go of the channel. So this time around, when I brought this channel back, I made a promise to myself and I made a promise to God. I said that this channel wasn't going to become about any of that. If this channel ever blew up, hey, cool. Awesome. That's amazing. But it wasn't going to be about that. I didn't want it to get back to a place where it became the pure focus of why I was even doing all this. I wanted it to be something that I did for fun. And that would be that. Let me back away for a second. Get away from my barrier. Okay. And I honestly feel like it's become that again for me. I feel like this channel has just become something for me to, like an outlet, almost therapeutic. And of course, if I play a game and I learn something along the way, I'm always happy to share it. If I think something's cool, worth bringing up, I'll mention it. But it wasn't the same heart behind it no more. You know, it wasn't about trying to gain anything. So, love you guys. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, you guys take care of yourself. More to come. I think that this is something worth doing, and I see it gets good feedback. Maybe I'll do more of it. Again, if you want to see me actually, well, you know, I mean, I may just do it anyways, just because it's what I like to do. I like to do tutorials. I like to do tips and tricks. I like to do those things. So maybe I'll just do one anyways. And if you guys like it, cool, check it out. If not, no worries. With that, guys, love you guys. Peace out, man. God bless you.